Hey, hello. Oh, that's loud. Oh, holy shit. Hold on. Hey, hello, and welcome. Why is my mic so loud today? Anyway, hi. Um, hey, and hello. Maybe I was a bit too loud. Hold on, let me adjust this. I don't know why I'm so loud today. Is this better right now? This should be. Yeah, this should be better. All right. Let's jump into the charts. Let's start with the weekly. We have a huge range already. We had news at 8:30, I guess. At 8:30, I guess 8:15. Non-farm employment change. Well, that's a reason to have a huge movement here. Um, I'm full of energy today. I'm full of energy. You 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 can't imagine. It's so it's so fucked up. It's amazing. You will see it, I guess. So let's start. Let's start with the monthly again. We have not that much there. We jumped away before we touched the conquer encouragement of this week here, made a bit of a upwards move, not even to the conquer encouragement of this week, or maybe we did. Maybe we did it, but I don't think so. It's 702, 7. Oh, wait, we can do it like this. The high is 697. No, we made it. We haven't made it. We haven't made it. 10 points are missing to the conquer encouragement of this week here, but we fell short before it. I don't know if that's right, but I don't care. All right, let's jump to the weekly here. We have the weekly chart. We made it a bit above the midpoint of this week here, traded into this bookmark, which is set from the price, and yeah, fell short from it. Right now we're on we have a bit of an indecisive candle, which is not meaningful right now because we're in the middle of the week. So what do? Jump to the daily. Uh, so yeah, basically we this is so freaking beautiful. The bodies stay under this daily breaker. This is so beautiful to see. I absolutely love it to see such a price action. Um, there are many indicators right now for me that we will look for bearishness throughout this week. Although it's NFP, this is not appearing only in NFP. This is appearing like throughout the year, every week, or not every week, but let's say at least once a month, that you have such nice signals where price want to go. I could be wrong. It seems for me like price want to go there. You see the bodies stay below this breaker. The breaker is also the point of the quarter of this fair value gap. Like if you what was this? This I guess, or yeah, okay. If you cut your fair value gap into four similar pieces, you have quarters, right? And this breaker here is also the first quarter of the fair value gap. And the first quarter is the most saying part of the fair value gap. Like the first quarter is the most saying part, the second quarter is the second most saying, and so on and so far. The half point is something I don't want to see violated if I am for bearishness. And that's where we come right now. The wick made it not to the, but failed short before the midpoint of this fair value gap, which gives me also the signal, hey, price wants to go down here. So basically we have a lot of indicators which say, dude, I want to go lower. And let's jump to the 4-hour chart. Here it's the same, and that's very rare that you have price on the daily and on the 4 hour respecting the same level with the body. I mean, you see it. It's beautiful. It's fucking beautiful. I can't just put it this way. So the body's respecting the 4 hour breaker. So that you see, I don't talk shit. We have a high, a low, a higher high, and then we break with displacement through it for value gap, which gives me the breaker, right? And it's also the same, like you have to see this fair value gap here is not the daily fair value gap, which makes sense because it's only a 4 hour um, gap, right? And nonetheless, we failed at the half point of it. So um, hold on, it's this point here. We made it a bit above, like drawing outside the lines is okay for us, but just a bit. We just made it a bit above it, and then we failed and closed even below the 4 hour breaker, and this is pretty bearish to me. On the 1 hour chart, we have a nice break of structure here, so we made it right now into a bearish trend. I do hope we close this one here, and I hope that we will see some kind of bullishness for the beginning, like for the first few minutes maybe of the opening. I mean, let's see how price will react there. I could imagine we make it down to the counter encouragement of this week here, I mean, oh, you can't see what I'm talking about. That's pretty stupid. Fuck. Okay, let me switch this. Let me put it this way. Um, yeah, there we go. We made a break of structure here to the downside, and we have this breaker here as well. And right now we go into a nice downtrend. I do think we will have a nice reaction on this counter encouragement of this wick here. Maybe we will go a bit higher, and either we will fail at this breaker here, or we will fail at this inversion level. So I would like to see some kind of bullishness to the upside before we go lower. There we go. We touched the counter encouragement here, which is also the volume imbalance here, which is also the new week opening gap from the 31st of March, which is also the third previous week's low. But we will come to that right now. Let's switch to the 15-minute chart. Let me just adjust this. Yeah. All right. Let's pull the 15-minute chart here. We have the 15-minute chart here. We had, I have to, why did I move this? Okay, that was wrong. All right. There we go. We took this sell side here yesterday, then we moved to the upside. We took this buy side here. As I said yesterday, we touched the previous the previous week's second previous week's low here, and we made it to this point, even above it. And yeah, we failed there basically in the Asian session of today, or rather yesterday. Um, and yeah, this is the Asian session. We consolidated throughout the holy Asian session, and we have a nice liquidity pool above the London range. We haven't took out this high, we haven't took out this high, and we haven't took out this high, as well as we haven't took out this high, and this wholesale side here looks nice as well. So I would like to see some up move here. And let's see, maybe we do first the down move, go through this last day low, and then we go higher throughout the AM session. I want to see how price is doing. Let's see what the news are doing. I want to see how price is doing um, throughout and after the opening. And yeah, we will see. We will see. I would like to see some strength here, and maybe I would take even right now. If we go above this and we re-enter here, I would take a long and ride it maybe to the halfway. of our opening range gap to our opening price. Let's see. Let's see what price will do. So, um, yeah, so basically, let's adjust this one here. All right. Mm, I want a 5 minute here, and I want this a bit like that, and this here, so we can make this a bit wider. All right. Mm, I want to see how price is reacting as we. Oh, that was wrong. I want to see how price is reacting as we open the day at 9:30, like not the day, but rather as we open the as the market opens. Oh man, how today is. I have to slow down my brain. All right. Okay. We would have a nice breaker here if we go higher right now. I would enter at a retest of this level here, and I would ride it probably to our halfway to the opening range gap settlement, which will be the opening range gap high, which is at approximately this level here. So, um, and also I wouldn't wait for um, I would not wait for the macro. I would go in immediately because this is very beautiful to me, and the buy side looks way too nice to me. So, I mean, it could be that price gives me no entry at all, and it just takes off at the very beginning and not gives me any chance to participate in the market. But I would prefer it to give me some kind of an entry. Market opening is here. We do in fact go higher. But that's not, oh, that's the wrong chart. But that's not what I would like to see. I would like to see first measure of sell side been taken out before we go higher. And yeah, let's see. On the 50-minute chart, you see it pretty nice here. We touched the downside of the new week opening gap from this week, basically, and we failed to go through it, which does not mean that we can't go through it now. But yeah, we have to see how price is reacting here right now. There we go. I want to see some measure to the downside. Mm, Normally, I would like to see it at a 283 level, but due to the fact that we would distance us from the third third previous week's low, I wouldn't like to see it that low. So just a bit to the downside would be enough for me, and then going above the third week's low again. And yeah, from now on, as soon as we break through this level here, I would take a long, and I would take it until, yeah, I guess here, a bit above a bit above the um a bit above the equilibrium of the opening range. It's again, it's a high risk trade, and maybe it's stupid, but we are here to learn, right? So why shouldn't we try it? It's also risky because this is a breaker as well here, like exactly at this level here. there is this breaker here. So we could also go through it, above it, and then just fail at this breaker here and trade lower. But I don't think we will do that. I do think if we break this breaker to the upside and retest it, I do think we will go higher, at least to this level here, which would fit to an inversion level on the 15-minute chart. So that would be perfectly fine. Um, we have no first real-time hour fair value gap so far, but the bullishness is that looks very good. Like that's something I love to see. And I think I will enter already as soon as we retest this level here if we close with this wick. So let's see. But we got a risk of 7. Yes, we go here, it's 50. So I will only go with 2. Is 2 okay? Even know that. So I would enter here. Stop loss would be here. 2K is okay. And here. I can put it order in already. If we close above this one here, I would switch my order to this level, or let's say to the beginning of this fair value gap. If we close on this level here within the next 23 seconds. I mean, we could, as I said, we could just go higher without retesting this level. And that would be fine for me. That would mean I wouldn't have my entry now. And I would continue searching for it an aftermath. So we basically made it to this level. So I will put my buy order here and my stop loss will be here. So my take profit would also go to this level here. But it's not like it doesn't look good for me for my entry to be there. I do think we will hit the take profit before we hit my entry. And if we do so, like as soon as price hits my take profit, not even, as soon as price hits the 468 level, I will cut this order and I will wait for price to give me some more. Yeah, there we go. So we can draw that out in time already. Yeah, there we go. That's it. So I do think price will go high right now to take out some buy side. And let's see. I still think we will go lower, but you see it here. We had a nice reaction. We made it to the low of this volume imbalance here on the 4-hour. And we just made it to the low. Look how beautiful price is, like this wick here, how beautiful this wick is respecting the low of the volume imbalance. And we go higher from here on. I do think that's a Judas swing for now, but let's see what price gives us throughout this session here. So that would have been my take profit here. But as I said, I had no entry here. So that's the opening range gap. Let's see, we are right now mm, within the fair value gap on the daily again. We have our first presented fair value gap here. It's the first fair value gap from the 2nd of April. Okay, extend it to the right. Even if we go lower right now, and if we touch this, I would not go long anymore, because this was my take profit. Like my all my levels are already reached, and I don't want to participate until price is giving me some new levels I want to look for. But as I said, I'm still bearish for today, so I do think this is just manipulation here. But let's see. Let's see if price wants to do the same, like my prognostication. So we trade right now on the level of the London range low. You can see it here. And I want to see how price is reacting there. We have bullishness on all different time frames, on all different, not on all different time frames, but on all different indices. So if you compare, come on, I don't know why they not move simultaneously. You see it, we have similar bullishness on each indice. Like this is the S&P, this is the Nasdaq, and the lowest one is the Dow. And the dollar is going higher as well. So everything seems bullish so far, but I stick with it. I don't think we will make bullish prices throughout the day. But for now, I'm sidelined. So, by the way, I have to be honest with you. This is my account where I trade very carefully, like I only take trades I'm sure about, but I also have a gambling account here in which I take more trades there. The reason is I need one account to stick to my roots, which is this one, and I do want to stay with my roots at this special account, but on the other account, I do high risk trades. What do I mean by that? I do also trades where I'm not so sure with very high risk. Like in each trade, I risk my whole daily limit. Why? Because I want to get funded as fast as I can. And with this funded account, I afterwards stick to my rules and I can pay my other accounts with this funded or with the funded accounts. And with this way, I'm able to pay my funded accounts through my funded challenges, no, my funding challenges with my funded accounts. And that makes it easier for me to stick with the funding. So yeah. But you will never see which trades I take here. Because as I said, it's pretty messy and it's not really to my rules. For example, right now, this up move right we had right now. I normally would take a trade on this account, but right now I was busy with explaining to you what I do think price will do now. But normally I would have take that, and with a very high risk and also with a very high um, reward. And as I said, this one I have always I have one account to stick to my rules, just to remind myself how to trade as soon as I'm funded. And that's this one basically. In the last couple of weeks, we had not that much trades to do, to be honest, because price action was, at least for me, a bit messy. But yeah, maybe this will change. And also, since I'm streaming, I become worse, to be honest. Like I don't really see my patterns that good anymore, and it's kind of weird. But I'm pretty sure I will get used to it. It's just a matter of time, I guess. All right, so we have still pretty we still have a pretty strong price here. So we go higher and higher and higher and higher. We took out right now this high here, like we are just a few points away from the from the midnight open here. We touched it right now. It's not that meaningful to me. It's just a point where you can expect some measure of resistance. Mm. With this opening range gap here, which is not that much of interest for us now, but I would like to see some bearishness. Um, like I don't want to see price go above this level here. I wouldn't like to see price going above the 643, 90,643. As soon as we do this, and as soon as we go above this level, I would expect a long, at least until 700. Yeah, until 700. But like what I would love to see is price taking out these highs here, maybe going to the last week low, not even making it above it, and then falling short from it. And from there on, we could trade lower into the first presented fair value gap and then higher again. Like, I don't know that, but for now, I want to see it turning at this level here. I would like to see that. Hmm. Back and back. I'm so stupid. I I was cutting my bread today, like this morning, and I don't know how. I was cutting my bread, and my knife fell out of my hand. I have no idea how this happened, but it fell out of my hand, and instead that I leave it falling down to the ground, I fucking catched it, and I don't know how I catched it because I catched it with my thumb. Like my whole hand is okay, but just my thumb, and I catch or I try to catch it, and yeah, maybe I catched it on the upside with my fingers, and I put the pressure onto my thumb, and yeah, so pretty strange. Come on, Price. Give me some more action. Like this was a nice price action move here. I love them. I just don't like it when they give me no entry. But let's see. Maybe we get something to the. What's this? Oh, that's just a shadow. Maybe price gives us something to the downside. I would love that. So so as I said, I would like to see price. What's that? Mm, 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 mm. I would like to see price fail at the second previous week's low, this level here. And as soon as we reach it and we fail, I would go short as soon as price gives me some structure change here. Um, oops, that was wrong. And if not, I yeah, as soon as we go above this level, and as soon as we here, I want to see displacement. If we go higher, I want to see displacement here. And as soon as price gives me some measure of displacement here, I would consider going long. But for now, I stick to my short idea. I still can't believe how stupid someone has to be, me, to catch the fucking knife with your thumb. I mean, how can your brain work so slow to not think about, man, I cut something right now. This can cut you too. And just, oh, I don't care. Oh man. Holy moly. Roopty soly. That's pretty nice here. Mm, 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 mm. I could have taken the GAN box here as well. It wasn't necessary to take the fib, but I kind of like the fib. So we took out this buy side here, and you see it beautifully. We stayed with our bodies below this midnight opening, and I don't know, this one is still too clean for me. I don't like to go short here, but also I do think we will reach the 448 level. But let's see. Let's see. We are, by the way, inside a macro, 5 minutes now. It's 9:55, and at 9:50 our macro begun. So let's see what the macro is giving us in terms of um, directional bias at the lower time frames. The Dow begins to decline, but the the NQ is the strongest of them, and we could build some kind of a divergence here. But still, I would like to see the NQ heading above these levels here. If we go lower, I would like to see it going above these levels before we go lower. And yeah, after we have stepped through them, I want to see how price is reacting from there. But let me see what we get. dollar is going lower. So that's what I usually want to see when I do think that the Dow is going higher. Hmm. We are 8 minutes above the macro. To be honest, I think my macro isn't that strong today due to the fact that we had this like this very strong up move here at 9:30. When you replay the beginning of this live stream, you can hear it. I said exactly what happened. I said at 9:30, I would wish some kind of down move, which was this one here, and then it just run higher. And I said, well, it could run without me. I wouldn't like to see that because obviously no one likes to see run rise without him. Price run price running without him. But yeah, we have to take it. I have to take it, and I have to do the best out of it. At least my narrative was right, although price wasn't giving me any kind of an entry. But yeah, 1 minute is giving us some kind of a head and shoulders here, which is pretty cool as well. Mm, I would like to see it decline from here. So right now we're just trading inside of a range, which is the below the midnight opening. And I wait for price to give me some kind of action, some kind of displacement, movement, where it wants to go. Because right now there is nothing I would enter into, but maybe it will come. Let's just see and just look a bit at the price. And right now we are entering the second previous week's low as well as the opening range gap. It's the high already because we opened below it. And I would like to see price leaving a gap from where it is right now to the opening range gap high. If we don't get a gap there, I would consider switching to long, but I would have to wait until we pass the 19,644 level. And as soon as we did that and close above it, I would switch definitely to long, at least until the 700 level. Yeah, there we go. We're through the opening range gap high. which is also around the level like where my cursor is right now, this level of 608, yeah, is also the daily breaker. So um, if price isn't giving us some kind of a strong movement here, I will stick to my short. Like, don't get me wrong. That's what I said at the very beginning of the stream. I thought that we will reach at least this level. This was my take profit here from my first idea today. If you go back to the beginning of the stream, and this is also a nice buy set here, but I do not like the fact that we step through the opening range gap. I would like to see a bit of this gap open unfilled, but we step through. Drawing out to the lines is okay as soon as we close below, as long as we close below it and not and we are not able to close above it on a 15-minute basis. And the idea to be right um, fails more and more with every time frame closing above, which means when the 1 minute is closing above, which it did, it's already okay. That's not so good. If the 5 minute closes above, it's even worse. But if the 15-minute is closing above, then for me, it's for now it's done, and my bias is switching to neutral, and I'm sidelined until I get more out of the chart. There we go. 5 minute could close below it. Could close below it. It really depends how price is doing now. It closed above it just a bit. Um, Now we have to see how price is reacting from where it is right now to get some more information from it. Right now, to go short, I would need to see some violation to the downside. And if we, for example, if we go below this level here, retest it, I would use this as a breaker and I would go lower there. But we have to go through it with displacement. Otherwise, it's not for me. And as it seems right now, I mean, it depends a lot on this candle, which we're forming right now on the 5 minute basis. But as it looks right now, price wants to go higher. This isn't looking like a reversal here so far. I mean, it could still reverse, but I want to see some more price action, some more bearishness to the price, right? Yeah, that looks good. Give me more, and we are friends. So what I wouldn't like to see is price reacting on this level here, because this could, some would say this is a breaker too. For me, it's not because we haven't braked any higher time frame key level with this low here. And what I would like to see is price staying below a high time frame key level and then breaking with the second leg of the breaker through it, going down below it, retesting the midpoint of it, and this is for me valid. It's only valid for me. A breaker if we um, go through a higher time frame key level. But let's see how right I am. Right now we're on the SMA of the 5 minute. Um, let's see how price is reacting here. I want to see it go through, like cutting through it like a knife through butter or through a finger. And yeah, not having a difficult time going through it. That's what I want to see. That's what we see here. And I would prefer seeing it closing below. That would be nice. But it's not a must have though. So I just want to see how price is reacting here right now. That's pretty nice that we haven't had that much of a reaction on breaker. It's suspect to me that we have this wick here, but yeah, we have to take that. I still think we will go lower. So let's see. I want to see price go with displacement through it, like the very next candle should give me some bearishness going through it and retesting it. And this would validate it to me that we are going into a downtrend. If not, then not. Let's see. We have nice railroad tracks like these two candles here, and the midpoint goes in alignment with the midnight open, which is also pretty cool. Um, and a pretty nice sign here. But yeah, I want to see it close. Yeah, like when it's closing like this, it's good, but it's not as good as I wished it would be, to be to be honest. But yeah, I take that, right? Um, no doubt. Mm, so right now we're touching the breaker. I would permit it to go to the bodies here before we go lower. And um, if we do so, if we go to the body and then we go lower, this would give me some kind of a validation that we are looking for lower prices. But let's see. So we're inside of the bodies right now. Mm, we have a easy time going through them. That's what I don't like to see for bearishness. And right now I want to see how price is reacting at this reversal here and at the midpoint of this railroad tracks here, like the midnight open. And yeah, then we have to wait what price is willing to give us. Right now I eyeball the SMA level on the 5-minute chart to see what price is doing there. We have a reaction. I would wish some more reaction away from it. Um, Even if we go through it, wouldn't be that meaningful. But before we go through it, if we go through it, I want to see some more reaction. At least I would like to say I would like to see this fair value gap here being closed. And if it goes higher, then I would permit it to go to the midnight open if it wants to go higher. There we go. We closed this fair value gap. That's what I want to see. And right now it could go higher, um, but I would prefer it to go lower and to continue the move to the downside. It's a dragonfly, I guess. Bullishness, right? So right now, what I said, we could go through this level here, through the SMA, and go to the midpoint of it. But I want to see it fail at the midpoint. And right now, I eyeball the conquer encouragement of this wick here on the 5-minute chart because it's also the low of the first real-time offer value gap from the 13th of March. And yeah, I want to see how price is reacting there, if it's reaching this level. And as I said, if we go higher, I want to see how price is reacting on the midpoint of this. If we go low right now and we go with displacement through this midpoint, like through this end of this area here, I would, it would give me more, it would give more strength to my idea that we fall short from here. And also the midnight open goes in alignment with the conquer encouragement of this week here. So we have again several levels telling us that we should go lower here. Like if we have bearishness, we should see some lower prices from here on. And of course, I would prefer it to stay below the SMA, but due to this information price is giving us right now, which is this indecisive candle here. This, well, it's 1 minute, but this dragonfly here, us shortly going into an uptrend, at least short term. I would expect it to go to the midpoint here before we go lower. Now we are entering the 1 minute inversion level. And also the midnight open. So right now I would like to see some reaction, and it being rejected on this level. I would not like to see it go higher from there. Nonetheless, we have these equal highs here, but yeah, I don't want to see them being taken out now. First, I want to see some movement to the downside. And if we go higher, we should do it with displacement. Like rocket shipping through it right now and going higher. So let's take this one as a measurement. It's 569. That's this level here. So it's basically exact the midnight open. I wouldn't like to see price close above the midnight open. If we have bearishness still in play, I would like to see it stay below it on a 5-minute basis. And as I said before, if not on a 5-minute basis, I want to see it close below it on a 15-minute basis. And yeah, we have 25 seconds left to close below it. And if we do so, I would stick to my short or I would um, have my short bias be validated from this point. Yeah, okay, that's okay. We could still close above it. Right now, the danger is the SMA 7 line that we could go below, touch the SMA 7, and then go with displacement above it, step through this level, and just seek for higher prices. Or we step through it with displacement lower, like just reverse. Come on, where is it? No, not reverse, but do exactly this one on this side here, going lower, and then just looking for lower prices. It's an either or, but yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We go higher and we break the high. Like we broke the high here, we broke the high now here. It looks pretty much like price wants to go up. But as long as we don't have any confirmation, right now it's just tape reading and staying on the sidelines without any idea. So we have 2 minutes left on this time frame here. As I said, what I would like to see in case of bearishness, I would like to see this, exactly this pattern here happening here as well, and then us just falling lower. like, oops, that was wrong. Like basically reversing this action here and having this as that one, and then here and just going lower there. That would be nice. Mm. Yeah, like not going, maybe not going lower to the third week's low in AM, but at least going lower until the half point of this, like here, or of this opening range gap. But as I said before, we have to close below this midnight open. Otherwise, it wouldn't be mm, wouldn't be enough for me. Right now we're in the next macro. It's the 1020 to 1020 to 1040. What I do like is that we respect this level here. And now it depends how this um, candle is reacting. If we stick with the respect of this level, or if we just disrespect it and smash through it. And if we disrespect it and we smash through it with displacement to the upside, I would change to bullishness, because this would be my breaker then here. But uh, I'm not yet so far, like for now, as long as we respect this level here, I stick to the downside rather. But yeah, right now I'm pretty neutral, with a tendency to bearishness. But yeah, price isn't really giving me enough to say, oh yeah, I do think price will go lower. And also due to the fact that we have NFP this week, and it's NFP Wednesday. So we have a lot of uncertainty in the market, and this mirrors the the price action, like the price action mirrors the uncertainty. That's what I wanted to say. Man, yesterday I broke my fasting. Like yesterday was the last day of my fasting, and yesterday I broke it. And I tried, like normally I don't eat sweets at all. And yesterday I ate nougat bites. Um, Man, I fell so in love with them. I fell so in love with them, and I think I make myself nougat bites with milk after the stream. Yeah, so we're at the SMA right now. It's the same procedure like before. I do want to see how price is reacting at the SMA, and if we get some nice displacement nice displacement through it, cutting through it, and closing below it would be pretty nice. What I wouldn't like to see, if I stick to the bearish tendency, is closing price closing at this level where it is right now, and not being able to close neither below the midnight open nor below this SMA here, because that would give me that would signalize to me that price wants to go higher, and I would mean price would give me signs to say, dude, come on, you see it. I don't want to go down below there. I want to go higher. And basically, if you have those levels, price is talking to you. If you look to my other streams, most of the time I'm right with the direction. And the only problem is not to predict the direction, but the problem is to find an entry. Because even if you're right in the direction and you say, okay, it will reach this and this level, and I'm most of the times right with this, but the problem or the difficulty is to find an entry. And finding an entry, that's a very hard thing. I think for me at least right now, that's my big challenge, finding a good entry, because most of the times the reversal is taking me out and then it goes inside my direction. And I think that's the second challenge. Like the first challenge is finding the right narrative and knowing where price will go and why price will go there. Like it's always a either or. Um, when price is doing that, it goes in this direction, and if price is doing that, it goes in the other direction. And that's the first thing you will learn, I guess, at least in my case, it's so. And the second thing, the second big thing, that's where I am stuck right now, is to find an entry. To find an entry which is good, which has a good risk to reward ratio, or at least your winning um, percentage should be high enough that your risk to reward ratio isn't that necessary. But finding an entry, that's very difficult. So right now we see it, we will close above the SMA as well as above the midnight open. And that signalizes to me, hey, dude, I want to go higher. I don't want to go down there. And yeah, here we have the same. It's the midpoint of the dragonfly candle here. It goes in alignment or just a few points difference with this SMA, which means if we respect this level and we go higher, we would touch it and go higher with displacement. If price wants to go to the downside, it would displace lower. Like in each case right now, it would have to give me some displacement. Displacement is a huge move to one side um, with one or two candles, and that will happen here. Like as soon as we hit this level here, we should get some displacement either to the downside or to the upside. And that would give us some more hints where price wants to go. What is it a midpoint? What's the midpoint? Because basically the midpoint is the level where I would expect price to give me some reaction here. It's the same level, like the SMA and the midpoint of the wick are are the same level. So we don't really need that yet. It's pretty interesting. And if you look at the 1 minute chart, price is going slightly up, but it's still inside of this range here. So there is the displacement. Is it or is it not? Let's see. And this seems like this will be the displacement error. Mm, No, it's not. This is not the displacement I wanted to see. Or not what I wanted to see, but what I expected to the upside. So for me, that gives me the reason to think about maybe price will go to the downside. Maybe this was just a violation to these highs here, and maybe price wants to go down. As I said, right now my bias is neutral, so I will wait until I have a bit more information from price. But as it seems right now, it looks pretty bearish to me. Still, still my tendency is to the downside. We have to close above this level here where my cursor is right now, for me to switch my bias. If we displace above the level where my cursor is, I would switch to bullishness. But as long as we're not doing that, I will remain slightly bearish. Ding 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 ding, slightly bearish. Back and black. I heard this song before. I think it's AC/DC, and I'm not so used to rock. But I heard this song before I started the stream, and it catched me. It absolutely catched me. So we have a nice reaction to SMA here to the upside, which is also the midnight opening right now. And if we look for lower prices, I would prefer price to go right now with displacement lower. Right now means with this candle or the very next candle. And yeah, I would like to see it like rip lower with some kind of displacement. Displacement in this case would be, yeah, let's just say double the candle from wick down to wick high to the downside. That would enough for me to um, say it's a displacement. Come on, come on, give me some. Come on, come on, come on, give me some. Come on, come on, come on, give me some. Come on, come on, come on, give me some. Come on, come on, come on, come on, give me some. Come on, come on, come on, give me some. Come on, come on, come on, give me some. Down, 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 down. Back in black. So we have 1 minute 52 left. until we. Can you hear this? Can you hear this? This sounds like a displacement. 1 minute left. So we don't know it now, to be honest. It could also go above it and just leave this wick here. So I am just playing around. I'm just playing around. Playing round and round and round and round. Round and round and round and round. Round and round and round and round. Yeah, as I said, we could just wick there. 44 seconds. Yeah, this will not be the displacement. Again, dragonfly candle to the upside. Man, I don't like this price action. It starts again to become messy. But we respect the SMA here. Let's see. I still do think we break to the downside. I think this price action right now is just trying to catch buyers. And as soon as it does that, it just rips lower and rapes the, the buyers out of the market. I could be wrong though. Oh man, NFP is driving me nuts. NFP weeks are driving me nuts. The worst part of it is this wicking action. Huge wicks, small bodies. Well, here we have a nice body, but here this looks like it will do the same again. Huge wicks, small body. And I don't like that kind of a price action, to be honest. Also on the different indices, this on the hold on, I will make it like this so you can see what I'm talking about. Those are the three main indices I'm looking at. It's the Dow, it's the S&P, and it's the Nasdaq. and all of them violated the buy side, so there is no divergence as well. And yeah, dollar is going nice lower, so maybe we go to the upside. I still don't think it, but I'm not in a trade neither, so who knows? Back in black. Still not enough for my displacement. The displacement now, to be a displacement, would want to see at least going below this low here of this small dragonfly. And if we do so, it would be a displacement. If not, what I don't think it will, I think it will close pretty undecisive again. Let's see if I was right. Um, because so we do have again large wicks, small body. As I said, just to mess around the price action, and that's typical for NFP. So typical for NFP. I look up right now the rules for um the rules for trader weight. I can't find them. I'm not able to find them. I don't know why. Mm, 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 mm. As long as we don't really have any kind of real price move here, I don't see the value in this, because right now it's just going to the sideline, just trading sideways and giving me wicks over 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 wicks, and yeah, not really. Hmm. Very interesting. I'll put this on just for a short while because I have to open up something. There we go. What should I say? It's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. His price action is a mess. It's unexplainable. It's a mess. Hmm. Yeah, basically we reach 11 o'clock right now, which is the reversal hour. I shouldn't do that, but I want to set a short because I'm so confident that price will go lower. I'm so confident that price will go lower. It's I have a very difficult time right now to not doing anything. Oh man. Ay, 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 ay. What do we do? Where do we go? Back and black. uh, what is today? What is this today? What is this today with this brain here? This brain is acting kind of crazy. We have such a difficult time, such a difficult time going through this. Hmm. Well, this looks like a displacement to me, though. This could be something here. If we go through this level here, the 644, with displacement, what I still don't think, like, there are so many reasons um, against this right now. So I still stick to the idea that we will go lower. um, Alone due to the fact that it's 11, and 11 usually brings a retracement. with it. So um, let's see. Where is the level I want to see price? It's this one here. As soon as we go through this level here, the 644 even, no, 644.25 with displacement, I would have to adjust my idea, but there are so many reasons why we shouldn't go higher. So many reasons. This would be one of the biggest fails if we go higher and if we go not lower. Like I do still think we will go lower from here, no doubt. Because there are so many reasons speaking against the fact that we could go higher. We can always go higher, right? I can always be right wrong. But right now there are so many reasons speaking against the fact that we will go higher that I cannot imagine that. Even if it's non-farm payroll Wednesday, even if Trump is speaking today, even if we had some news, even if the economic economy right now is fucked. But no, 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 no. There are too many reasons why we shouldn't go higher right now. In my opinion, honestly, if we go with displacement above this 44.25 level, I will not adjust my bias. I will just turn the stream off. If we go above this level and if we go higher, because going above this level would mean to me, like closing with displacement above this level, would mean to me that we will go higher today. And if we do so, I was so wrong. I was so wrong. But as I said, I still don't think that um, we do that. I stick to the idea that we want to go lower. And don't think I marry an idea, because it's not so. I said at the very beginning, as soon as um, I think as soon as we reach this level here, I said it has to break the 644 level for me with displacement to the upside to switch my bias into bullishness. As long as we don't do that, I'm slightly bearish. So I stick with it. I stick with it, but I would like to see if we go lower right now, I would like to see displacement through these three levels to the through the SMA, which is here, through the opening range gap high, and through the second previous week's low. And if we go with displacement lower, I'm pretty sure we will see uh, move to the downside at least to 452. I would assume that. I'm not pretty sure, but I would expect that from price. But this candle or the very next candle needs to give me displacement to the downside, because if it doesn't give me some displacement to the downside, then I could be really, 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 really wrong. Let's see. 30 seconds left. That's really crazy what price did today. I mean, on all higher time frames, like 5 minute, 15 minute, we have huge wicks, most of the time small bodies. There we go. We have 13 seconds left, and it's not really looking like it will give me some displacement here. Absolutely not. I'm very curious to see the next candle, and if the very next candle is not giving me some huge move to the downside. And right now, additionally, we have another level here. This here is also the conquer encouragement of this wick here. So right now, it's even more difficult for price to go through this level. So we would need some stronger displacement. So if we go lower right now, I would want to see it really smash through it and go at least to this here, to this low and close somewhere below the low of this candle. As I said, if it's not doing that, um, I really do think that price will go higher, and then I'm wrong and I have to take that. But as I said, like this would be one of my biggest fails in case of the narrative or assuming the narrative, because there is so much against higher prices. Come on, more, more. I don't want to see you fail there. I don't want to see you fail there. Give me some more. Come on, give me some displacement. Give me some real move to the downside here. I want some real displacement to the downside. Mm-mm. Seems not to be willing to give me that. And that seems to be willing to give me what I want to see. Yeah, so if we close this candle below the 644 and above the 600 level, which is basically this here, uh, I will not mess around anymore with the chart. Like that would be it for me. As I said, I want to see displacement. If I see to the upside, then okay, I was wrong, but I would prefer to the downside. And I want to see lower prices. I don't even expect price to um, take this whole range here. I don't even want price to take this whole range here, but at least at least I expect price to trade into the 470A level. Like that would be something, some kind of a retracement I would expect from price. But right now it's so slow. It's so steady inside of um, a very small range since in 10 minutes it's 1 hour that I really don't like to mess with the chart. And yeah, there we go. There we go. It's closing at the same level. What the fuck? Uh, I don't like that. I don't like that because um, it's just inside a range. It's just painful to watch that. I cannot close, to be honest. I cannot close. I want to see that. I'm so sure that I will get my displacement to the downside. It's not even funny anymore. But uh, there is an either or. Either we hit the 644 level. As soon as we do that, I will end the stream, or we reach half past 11, and then I will end the stream. If we don't get any displacement until then, I will just close because it's just painful. And if we get a displacement, it would be pretty cool. Then I would stick around until it would hit the idea I had before, which is the 44.8 level. And as soon as we hit the 44.8 level, I would end the stream then. Well, let's see how price is doing now, but it made already a few attempts to go lower, but failed then. So uh, I really want to wait until I expect some kind of a displacement. But yeah, if we close like this, that would be enough displacement for me to assume that we will go lower. Um, Nonetheless, I will not take any trade today due to the fact that it's NFP, and I will just tape read. But yeah, So if we close like this, that would be my expected displacement. And honestly, I'm playing with the idea to take that right now and go short. Mm, but I'm not sure it's really risky to do so. Man, my ex is going crazy. My ex is going crazy right now. Mm, what's the other one? It's NQM, isn't it? NQM 2025. That's the June contract. Have we made a higher high here? No, we didn't. Right now we have the um, railroad tracks on the 50-minute basis. So right now, I don't want to see price going above this again. If it goes above this again, like this is my new 644 level. If we go above this, I'm out. I am out then. There we go. Um, that's my call to action to to end the stream here. As I said, I'm not interested anymore in sticking to that. And this is the displacement to the upside. I don't want to see that. And that's the reason where I end or why I end the stream here. So the level we reached right now, that's the Asian high. That's why we will get a setback here. Not too much, I guess. But yeah, that's the displacement. Out, and I will be here tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be here at, let's see, Forex Factory. I will be here tomorrow at mm, I will be here tomorrow at 9:30. I will start the stream throughout the opening, and yeah, we have news at 10 a.m. So due to this fact, like we have news at 8. We have news at 8:30. Sorry, at 9:45, at 10. Like those are red, orange, red, and yeah, then at 10:30, 12, and 2:30, but each of them is yellow. So I will be there at the opening to go with you through the ISM service PMI at 10. And yeah, we will tape read tomorrow again. I really don't think I will take a trade, but maybe I will, maybe I will not. Who knows? Um, yeah, until then, I wish you a very, very nice day. I wish you good trading. I hope you do some good trades today. And yeah, have a nice day. Have a nice evening. Have a nice morning, wherever you are. I will end here. And I will see you tomorrow. Take care and don't trade too much in NFP week.